Okay guys, it is time for an update on the Bitcoin price. I can already tell you we closed a 4-hourly candle above the $95,000 level, and as I told you in my last video, as soon as this happens, we need to expect more upside for Bitcoin. I also told you that I will definitely close some more of my current short position to take more profits as the market is slowly turning bullish again right now, and our chances increase that we will retest the current all-time high of $108,000. I took additional $20,000, so our trade now in a total has a realized profit of almost 100,000. We have 20,000 in unrealized profit, and we have the opportunity to scale this trade up again if we see some sort of bearish scenario happening or occurring today. And I will let you know exactly what price levels to keep an eye on to know in what direction the price will keep moving for the next 3 days, 72 hours approximately. As always, smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, leave a comment down below. And now let's jump into the charts. Because as you know, why was the $95,000 level such an important level? First of all, we had a very similar chart pattern in this small area over here compared to this big fractal over here. We had a rejection of the 0.5, we retested it again and got rejected and fell very, very low. As well as here we had a rejection of the 0.5. We were struggling now here at the 0.5, but as we closed a candle above the $59,000 level, it was highly likely that also the momentum, as we predicted it with the next candles, will continue. Now we are actually at some sort of important resistance. We are at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level for the 4-hourly time frame, and what I can already tell you is we want to see that Bitcoin is able to consolidate here at this level or even break to the upside, which might be a little bit difficult in this exact moment, just because we also have an upward sloping resistance of this beautiful uptrend channel that Bitcoin is forming. And to be honest, guys, this is one thing you can already keep an eye on for the next 72 hours. We don't want to see any kind of aggressive correction. We can see sideways movement. We can see a little bit of a smaller pullback. What we definitely don't want to see, and this would definitely invalidate our potential bullish reversal here, is that Bitcoin gets rejected aggressively over the next hours till the end of this current daily candle, and we see a massive sell-off all the way down below the $95,000 with today's daily candle, because this would mean the daily candle closes extremely bearish. This would mean that although Bitcoin was forming beautiful higher lows, we were able to break the 0.5, which we were not able to do a little bit like 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. We were not able to break the 0.5. So that shows us that Bitcoin is developing strength on the smaller time frames, and what we don't want to see is that Bitcoin is not able to hold this bullish momentum at all, with at least consolidating sideways but immediately getting rejected quite heavily, and especially below the $95,000 level. So this is one thing I'm definitely keeping an eye on, and yeah, this is one thing. If we close it below, guys, I will definitely scale up my short hedge again, because we need to expect Bitcoin to reach the $91,000 level then again. And if this supports then hold, we don't know yet, and with each time we will retest it, the likelihood of it holding will decrease. As well as we would have the problem that if we are now seeing any kind of bearish momentum coming in here, we would definitely see a bearish weekly candle close. As long as we can consolidate, even if we're only going sideways for the next 3 days, 72 hours, this weekly candle will close bullish, and we will have a great chance of reaching the 0.618 again at the $101,000 and $102,000 level. And as soon as this is broken, we pretty much have a confirmation that Bitcoin will reach a new local top at the area of $110,000. What occurs here then? This is up to the stars, but we can already start scalp longing into the market as soon as this confirmation is there. One thing that we also need to keep in mind, in the case that this weekly candle is not able to close slightly more bullish than it is currently, or in the worst case even pretty bearish, we would see that the USDT dominance weekly time frame would actually close above our very important all-time support for the USDT dominance. And you know what a reversal at the USDT dominance normally means for the entire cryptocurrency market in the history. As you know, this was always a perfect sign so far for an exact local top. And now for the first time we are breaking it to the downside. Nevertheless, this could just be a fake out if this weekly candle especially gets pushed up again on the USDT dominance, which would mean a correction on the BTC weekly candle. So keep an eye now on the smaller time frame. It will be very, very easy to spot in what direction the price will move again. And keep in mind that we are right now in one of the most exciting phases of the bull market, because for the first time ever, we actually printed also a resistance on our support and resistance indicator, right? And if we are taking a look not on the 4-hourly where we printed both of these, but on the daily, you can see that our support and resistance indicator normally shows us perfectly where to expect local bottoms. As you can see, it printed it here, we saw a perfect bottom. It printed it here, we saw a perfect bottom. It printed it here, we saw a perfect bottom. It printed it here, we saw a perfect bottom, and so on and so on. We did not print this support on the daily time frame yet. The only thing that we see is that on the 4-hourly, which usually also, as you can see here in our runner, perfectly prints us the bottoms for Bitcoin, as you can see here, we only know that for the first time we printed the support once again, which is signaling us the low, but for the first time we also printed a resistance, which would signal us a high and a local top. So this is going to get very, very interesting. I highly recommend the next 72 hours to keep an exact eye on the chart, because you might even have the opportunity to jump into a new long scalp or short scalp, because the move, as soon as it's decided, will be quite aggressive. I can already tell you that, as the market is just waiting for the next signal on where to move. Besides this, I just want to again keep in mind, guys, Bitcoin can be bullish and the altcoins don't need to be. And why am I saying this again this time? And guys, as said, smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell. I just want to give you the reminder that Bitcoin and the altcoins will not correlate as strongly as in the last bull markets, because a lot of money is flowing into Bitcoin through MicroStrategy or the ETFs, and all of this money is stuck. It cannot move into the decentralized space as usual. Normally, with the last bull runs, it was retail focused, and even the institutions that entered Bitcoin had to do it through a normal exchange. So even these institutions had an easy way to diversify their portfolio from Bitcoin into altcoins once the altcoin season started, which also is a reason for it, right? Because people make gains on Bitcoin, they want to increase their gains, then they go into altcoins. Everyone that is holding Bitcoin through the ETFs or through holding MicroStrategy shares, for example, will not be able to do this bull market. So we might see, no matter how we want to see it, we might see that Bitcoin will outperform, like it is currently still, most of the altcoins, because Bitcoin is at a new all-time high. A very small amount only of the altcoins are, because the money flow just stops in the ETFs, it stops in MicroStrategy. It doesn't really venture into the decentralized space as we have seen in the bull markets before. But now, guys, keep an eye on these price levels. I will give you an update as soon as we can see a little bit more. And keep in mind, as soon as we break here above this 0.618, as soon as we see that we are able to establish a consolidation at least over the next 72 hours at this price level, I will definitely close the remaining $20,000 in unrealized profit of my short position, and I will probably start jumping into some scalp longs to be prepared for the break of the $108,000. Although our price target is only 110,000 afterwards, it is possible that we break it, and then the $130,000, $140,000 level actually becomes realistic in a very, very, very quick way. And that's why I then want to be exposed to additional long positions and not a short position anymore. But now we are going to see us in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye. See you guys.